Okay, so I drew my triangle. One triangle, three sides, one triangle, 180 degrees. Four sides, two triangles, 360 degrees. Five sides, three triangles, 540 degrees. Six sides, four triangles, 720 degrees. And eight sides, six triangles, 1080 degrees. And we show that down here in our little table here. So a quadrilateral is four sides, two triangles, 2 times 180 is 360, right? Five sides, a pentagon is five sides, three triangles, 540 degrees, or 3 times 180. A hexagon, six sides, four triangles, 4 times 180 is 720. An octagon, eight sides, six triangles, 1080 degrees, or 6 times 180. So this nth down here, if we have n sides, how many triangles are we going to have? Let's look at 4 sides, 2 triangles, 5 sides, 3 triangles, 6 sides, 4 triangles, 8 sides, 6 triangles, n sides, n minus 2. That's exactly right. Okay, so if we want to know how many triangles are in some polygon we're talking about, it's just the number of sides minus 2. And to get to the interior angles, what we did is we went 1 times 180, 2 times 180, 3 times 180, 4 times 180, 6 times, oh, I'm off, aren't I? Oh, no, I'm not, I'm sorry. 6 times 180, I started thinking about sides. And what are we going to do to find the interior angles of an entagon? We took the number of triangles and multiplied it times 180 to get the interior angle sum. Here it is. N minus 2 times 180 will give us the interior angle sum. So what is the relationship between the number of sides and the triangles? 2 less triangles than sides, right? So to find the interior angle, that's interior angle sum. The sum of all the interior angles of any polygon, you simply take the number of sides and subtract 2 and multiply it times 180. Does that make sense? What do you think? Everybody get that? Okay, so let's turn the page over. And I'll do this one up here for you. Let's see, how many sides does this guy have? So to find the interior angle sum, we simply go 8 minus 2 times 180, which means 6 times 180, which is we already found it's 1040, right? 1080, thank you. Just like your TVs at home, right? 1080s? Oh, you guys got 4K? Who's got 4K? Not me yet. My TV will not break. I have a plasma. How many of you guys have a plasma TV? Nobody has plasmas anymore. I bought a really good plasma like 10 years ago at least, maybe 12 years ago. It's still a great picture, but it's a big old fat ones, you know? You remember the old fat ones? I wish it would break so I can buy a new one. It just won't break. It refuses to break. It's terrible. I can't see. I don't know. I just can't see just getting rid of a perfectly good TV. Okay. Could do that. Okay. So, to find the sum of the interior angles of a 12-agon, also known as a dodecagon, we simply go 12 minus 2 times 180. Which is 10 times 180, which the sum of the interior angles equals obviously 1800, right? So a 12-sided polygon, the interior angles will add up to 1800 degrees. Okay? That's the sum of all the interior angles. And that would be any 12-agon. Okay? All right, so I'll leave number 2 for you guys to figure out. Let's go down to section 4. And now this time find the measure of one angle in each regular polygon. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So first we need to talk about what's regular. We haven't talked about that yet. What's a regular polygon? What's a regular polygon? All those over there on the wall under polygons, those are all regular polygons. What do you notice about regular polygons?
They're not odd-shaped.
They're not odd-shaped. And what makes them not odd-shaped? Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, I lied. The quadrilateral is not a regular polygon up there. A square is a regular quadrilateral.
They're all the same size.
There it is. A regular polygon, all the sides are congruent and all the interior angles are congruent. So let's investigate a couple of regular polygons first, okay? So we're going to do it down here, and I want you to just draw your very best. Before we do the stop sign and the pentagon, let's talk about some other regular polygons. So let's start again with a regular triangle. And a regular triangle is basically an equilateral triangle, which means all three sides are congruent. And remember, all three of the interior angles are congruent, which means they have to be 60 degrees, correct? Okay. So first thing I want to talk about is the interior angle sum. We already know what that is, right? The interior angle sum would be n minus 2 times 180, which would be 3 minus 2 times 180, which is simply 180, right? That's the sum of the interior angles of any regular triangle, correct? Any triangle, really, but in addition, a regular one. Now, since in a regular triangle, all of the interior angles are congruent, couldn't we find out, with this information, couldn't we figure out what one interior angle would equal? What would we do? Since the sum of all three interior angles equal 180, how would we find out what one of them equals? Divide by 3, right? And 3 is, isn't it the number of sides? So we just divide this by 3, which gives us 60, right? You with me? So, where do I want to write this? Let's go back over here. So we already said, I'm going to write it in the nth polygon, this section here. We said the sum of the interior angles equals n minus 2 times 180, right? So one interior angle, if we wanted to know what one interior angle would be, it would simply be n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. That formula will give us one interior angle. But remember, that'll only work on regular polygons, right? polygons where all the interior angles are congruent. Is everybody with me so far? This will give you the sum of the interior angles of any polygon. This will give you the sum of actually the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon, because it has to be, all the interior angles have to be congruent. Are you guys with me on this? All right, good. So let's go back to our triangle and let's talk about the next angle, which is the exterior angles. You guys remember we talked about exterior angles of a triangle? And if you remember, an exterior angle and the interior angle, they are supplementary, aren't they? Because they're a linear pair. So if the interior angle of this guy is 60, what's the exterior angle? 180 minus 60, or 120. Great job, man. You guys are on fire today. So 120, 120. So what is the sum of the exterior angles of a triangle? 360. So let's go over here and let's write that down. Let's just draw a triangle. And we know the sum of the exterior angles are 360. You guys with me on this? Okay, let's do the same thing with a square now. A regular polygon or a regular quadrilateral. I think we know a regular quadrilateral is a square, and the interior angles of a regular quadrilateral are 90 degrees, right? Are you with me on this or not? You guys are awful quiet. 90 degrees? Which means the exterior angle is going to be what? Remember, the interior angle and the exterior angle are supplementary, so if the interior is 90, the exterior has to be 90. And there are 4 of those guys, right? So a quadrilateral has an exterior angle sum, all of them added together equals, what's 4 times 90? 360. Huh, that's a coincidence. All right, let's do the pentagon now. Here's the pentagon. So to find one interior angle of a pentagon, remember it's n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. Or in this case, it's 5 minus 2 times 180 divided by 5. Okay, well that's 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 180 is 540. And 540 divided by 5 is 108. So one interior angle equals 108 degrees. So all of these are 108 degrees. Does everybody understand how we got to the interior angles of a regular pentagon being 108 degrees? Okay. Yes? You guys are not convincing me. So now let's draw that exterior angle. Remember, a pentagon will have 5 exterior angles. We just extend the side. And just like that. Okay. So remember, the interior and the exterior angle have to add up to 180. So if this is 108, the exterior angle must be 180 minus 108, which is 72 degrees. Man, oh man, you guys are pressing the heck out of me. And how many exterior angles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see how smart you are. Let me draw my pentagon first. Just real quick in your head, what's 5 times 72? 360 degrees. Have you guys noticed the pattern? Are you being funny, or are you? I thought so. I thought you were, Max. Okay, thanks. I appreciate. I liked comedy, but you said it was so deadpan that I wasn't sure. So you gotta throw just a tiny bit more sarcasm in there when you say that next time.
I'm too tired for sarcasm.
Okay. Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, I don't know if
All right. So the exterior angle sum of any polygon is 360 degrees. So it's kind of interesting. The interior angles, as we get more sides, the interior angles get bigger and bigger, right? And the interior angle sum keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But the exterior angles never change. Whether you're talking about a triangle or a 35-agon, the exterior angle sum will always be 360 degrees. Okay? Are you convinced? All right, so let's go back over here and let's write the sum of the exterior angles. This is going to be on the test. It's going to be on every quiz you take. What is the sum of the exterior angles of any polygon? 360 degrees. That is an answer on your first quiz, and it is an answer on the test. What is the sum of the exterior angles of a 39-agon? It's going to be on the test. 360 degrees. Okay? Now, I don't know. But what is one exterior angle of any polygon? How can we find the size of one exterior angle of any regular polygon? We know they all add up to 360, right? So if we had, for instance, a 36-agon, what would be one interior angle of a regular 36-agon? 360. Wouldn't it be divided by the number of sides?
36.
So 360 divided by 36 is 10, right? So the exterior angle of a regular 36-agon is 10 degrees. Because 10 times 360 is, or 10 times 36 is 360, and that's the sum of the exterior angles. Right? Okay. So, find the measure of one angle in a regular polygon reading to the nearest tenth. So, let's look at number 4 again. We want to find one interior angle. So that is n minus 2 times 180 over n, which the stop sign is an octagon, so it's 8 minus 2 times 180 divided by 8. Anybody got a calculator handy? Good luck. Break a leg. Told him good luck, told her break a leg.
Oh, okay.
Just tell performers, right?
Yeah.
Anybody got it yet?
I'm too lazy to
135.
135? That is right.
No, that's not
So let's do this. The interior angle of a stop sign is 135 degrees. What's the exterior angle? What's the exterior angle? 180 minus 135, or 45 degrees. Very good. And what is the sum of the exterior angles of an octagon? 360 degrees. That's always going to be the same answer. Okay? Let's go down and take a look at number 7. Find the missing angle measure. So we need to find those missing angles. So how should we do this? Any ideas? How do we know 360? Because 4 minus 2 times 180, right? So we know those interior angles are going to add up to 360, correct?
Yes.
Well, let's add them up. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8x plus 40 should equal 360. Subtract 40 from both sides. We get 8x equals 320. 8 divided by 30, or 8 divided into 32 is 4, right? So it looks like x equals 40. Are we finished? No. We want the angles. So 2 times 40 is 80 degrees. And 80 plus 20 is 100 degrees. And 100, 200, and 160 is 360. So it worked out, didn't it? Okay, so I'm going to leave those two for you guys to do. Let's go down and take a look at number 10 through 12. It says find the measure of an meaning 1, right? An exterior angle of each regular polygon, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Well, pretty easy, right? Because we know the sum of an exterior angles of a regular polygon is 360. So if there are 10 sides, we simply have to do what? So an exterior angle of a regular decagon is equal to 36 degrees. Okay, let's turn the page. Number 13 through 15, they're going to ask you to find the interior angle and the exterior angle. I'm thinking you guys should be able to do that at this point. Now notice those guys are not regular. They're not regular, so you're going to have to do some work to find them. Let's go to 16 and 18. The measure of an 1.
For the irregular, they don't add up to 360.
What's that?
For the irregular polygons.
No, they do add up to 360, but you're just not going to be able to divide by 6 here because it's not regular. When it's regular, you can just divide by the number of sides, but when it's irregular, you have to figure out the other stuff. You have to figure out the interior angles first. Okay, 16 through 18. The measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is given. Find the measure of an interior angle. Well, this is really pretty easy. What you could do is, here's the measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon. Find the measure of the interior angle. Well, if the exterior angle is 12, what's the measure of the interior angle? 180 minus 12, or 168 degrees. Now, find the number of sides. Now, remember what we did. We said that to find the exterior angle, you just take 360 and divide it by the number of sides, right? Well, now that's what we're looking for. We have that. We're looking for n. So let's take it like this. The exterior angle, we said, of a regular polygon equals 360 divided by n. Well, we know the exterior angle is 12, right? So basically what we have is 12 equals 360 divided by n. If we multiply both sides by n, what happens is these cross cancel. We get 12n equals 360. Divide both sides by 12, and we get n equals 360 divided by 12, which means the number of sides is 30. All right, now that's way more work than we need to do. All I want you to understand is we can find an exterior angle by dividing 360 by the number of sides. We can also find the number of sides by dividing 360 by the exterior angle. So number 12, you notice these guys are all 12, right? We're going to change it to 24 and 36. So we have an exterior angle that is equal to 24. If we want the interior angle, it's simply 180 minus 24, which means the interior angle equals 156. Right? Now, to find out how many sides this polygon has, we simply say the number of sides is 360 divided by 24. Okay? And how many is that? Anybody? Got a calculator? There it is. 15 sides. All right. So we got an interior angle down here of 168. And number of sides was 30. Over here we have 156 and 15. And I'm going to leave the rest of it for you guys to figure out. We'll go over it on Monday.